I remember the first time I picked up a camera. I was about 8 years old, and my mom had brought home a Kodak. I think it was 6 megapixels, 7 megapixels. Definitely not what I shoot with today, but from the moment that I picked it up, it changed my life. I was able to capture everything that I saw with this tiny little piece of technology. And it honestly changed my world. We lived in a really small apartment, and we moved around more times than I could even count. A single mom, struggling financially. So a camera was a pretty big deal. We didn't have a lot of extra things, so to have this little escape was remarkable. I took pictures of roadrunners and cactuses, mountains. My mom rode a motorcycle, so anytime we go to different motorcycle events, I was the designated photo taker, and I loved it. And if it wasn't for that little tiny Kodak camera, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because it honestly opened up a whole new world for me. It literally unleashed millions of opportunities and just this breath of fresh air that I had never experienced before until I snapped that first photo. The fact that I literally hold something that has the power to stop time for just a moment and capture that memory, it blows my mind. And I recognize that, even being a little 8-year-old who took way more pictures than necessary. I took photos of everything but my mom. Mainly because she was super insecure, so she didn't let me take a photo of her. If I did try to sneak a quick photo, she would make me delete it. And at the time, it was just a joke. It was kind of playful to try to sneak photos of her when she wasn't looking, but she always seemed to know that I was doing it. It wasn't until she passed away that I realized it was a problem that I didn't have photos with her. And that's when I realized that life is so precious, and we never know when our time is going to come. The Christmas before my mom passed away, I had asked for a camera. And for a single mom, that was a pretty big gift to ask for. Camera was roughly $800. And I remember telling my mom, if it's the only thing I get for the rest of my life, birthdays, Christmas, all of it, it's the only thing that I want. I remember opening up the few gifts that I had that Christmas morning and not having a camera. And I remember looking at my mom's face and seeing how hurt she was that she couldn't give that to me. I stood up, I walked over to her, and I said, "Mom, it's okay." I said, "Mom, it's okay, I still love you." And although it bothered her a lot that she wasn't able to give me that camera, I understood that it just wasn't the time. And it's amazing how God works, because when she passed away, it was maybe a couple months after that I received a random check in the mail for almost the exact dollar amount for the camera that I had wanted. And I felt like it was my mom saying, "Sarah, I know that I couldn't give this to you when I was on the earth with you, but now that I'm in someplace better, I want to give this last gift to you." And that's when I knew that this is what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. That I was going to share as many moments with people that I could, and that every person that ever worked with me was going to know that they are loved, that their life is precious, and that every single moment is worth capturing. Every time I pick up my camera, I remember my mom. I remember one of the first photos I ever showed her. It was of a roadrunner that I had chased down for what seemed like hours to get this one shot. And when I showed her that photo, her eyes lit up and she looked at me and she's like, "Sarah, you have the eye." I was just like the eye. I've never heard that before. And that's what made me want to pursue photography professionally. Even though I only got to have my mom for a very short portion of my life, it was enough to instill within me that confidence as a woman that I can do anything that I want to do. And what I want to do is create memories for people and be that vessel of love. Pursuing photography on a professional level has allowed me to continue my mom's legacy. And her legacy was very simple: to love others always. And that's absolutely what I bring to the table every single time I pick up my camera. I want people to feel that love that I have for life and individuals and myself always. I truly believe that every single person should experience what it's like to be in front of a camera. I know, it's nerve-wracking and there's a lot of pressure, or so it seems, but it truly depends on who you're working with. It's okay to be nervous. It's also okay to be slightly intimidated by the camera. But don't let that stop you from capturing you, because you're worth it. And you have a story that's worth sharing to the world. There's a passion that's inside of you that can be captured in a frame. My name's SarahNicole, and my life mission is to capture as many snapshots in time as humanly possible, all while loving people along the way.